I am.
Wait, you're the...
Thanks, and for
No, ma. I'm head...
voice.
Go!
I don't know what you said to the Mint Master, but he left here looking like he'd met the Grim Reaper. May God be with you, Henry.
Greetings, Henry. What are you all dressed up for?
My word. All it takes is a good wash, and a man has to beat the women off with a stick.
You jester.
Oh, and about that secret passage to Malashov. Have you ever used the passage?
No, it's never been needed. Thank God. That ought to give us enough time.
By the way,
My favorite book? Pray tell, did you find it?
as I wandered through the fortress, I stumbled upon von Bergov's chambers, and there it lay. Red leather, gold inlay, just as you said.
You really found it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. By the way,
I read a bit of it.
what did you think?
Well, the author doesn't spare anyone. I wonder if he holds anything at all sacred.
Sure he does. Courage, honor, loyalty. But others have already written enough about those. A writer is interested in what lies beneath the gilded veneer of orderliness and piety, because it's much more interesting.
Hold on. Who wrote this then?
I did. Look, you've never thought...
Me?
How should I know?
did you get that new bench? Ours is all creaky, and I keep getting splinters from it.
Nowhere. I made it myself.
You? Don't lie. Where would you have learned how to do that?
You think it's hard planing a few planks of wood and nailing them together? Get hold of some wood and come over. I'll be happy to help you.
You think you could manage some kind of ornament? I always fancied those chairs with hearts carved out of them.
Christ, are you sure you don't want me to fit out your entire hearth room? Give people an inch and they'll take a mile. May God grant you good health. Take care of yourself.
You don't want to end up behind bars participating in teams or shut up and move along.
My humble respects. At your service, sir.
So what else have you got?
Close? I've got Durandal, the legendary sword of Charlemagne. According to legend, an angel brought it to him, and later, Charlemagne is a bit banged up, but once you fix it up, it'll serve you faithfully.
Let me guess.
Nothing like that. I won it in dice off a Frankish squire. He nicked it off his lord, probably to wager on dice.
You already sold me rubbish once. Now you're trying to palm off Charlemagne's sword on me. How do I know you won't cheat me again?
Last time was a mistake, I admit it. But this time, it's a real legendary sword.
All right. I'll give it a shot with you one more time. Maybe this time it'll work out. But if it doesn't, then hope the angel who brought it to Charlemagne is on duty.
If not, I'll give you... Take care for now.
Have there been any orders?
There have. A nice fella stopped by.
I'm on it.
That's what I... Once you're done...
Really need to sleep. Better not forget about that council assembly. Sakra! I'm always hitting the same place. That's no good. Good. This won't take long now. That looks good. Now just to temper it.
This is meant to be the fabled Durandal. More like Dumbendal. That bastard stitched me up. And for the second time.
Can't get any better than this.
Careful. Greetings. What do you need?
Are you having a laugh at my expense? Charlemagne's sword. It's a piece of iron good for nothing but to be premised till the ploughman's plough.
That would be an artifact of immense value too.
Now don't fuck with me. Give me my coin back.
All right, calm down. I apologize, and I'll return your coin, of course, but in a slightly different form.
What are you on about? What different form?
Well, I don't have it, how shall I put it, in groschen. But I can promise you something that will make up for this last loss.
In other words, you want to sell me more junk?
I understand you're upset, but that's how trade works. Not everything succeeds.
Well, you better hope you do better next time.
But of course...
And I won't give you a
All right. Yes, of course. That makes sense.
Then go. I ought to go and see Rosa. She'll be expecting me. Ah, and I mustn't forget about the city council.
A fine day for some fine wares.
Good day to you. How can I... I'll have a look. Word about the... Finally. I'm glad you found what you needed, Henry. Take care.
Honey pies! The finest ware.
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
Careful.
Come and take a gander. We've got it.
What would you like? What do you... What can you... Sir,
Big,
maybe
strong
next time.
pots. Pots here.
I apologize. God bless you, sir.
Was willst du?
Show me... I'd like to... Do we have a...
We're Ja, finally. Danke und viel Glück. Die Zukunft, meine.
I'll have a look. I'd like to do...
Sehr gut. I can. Danke. Das war ein gutes Geschäft, meine Herren. Low is better. Can you give me a better price? Greetings. I'll be with you in just a moment.
That's more like it. That's one sharp blade. All right, done. All done. Can't get any better than this. Can't get any better than this.
Put that weapon away!
That's more like it.
All done. Can't get any better than this. That should do it.
God bless you, sir.
Show me your... Let's talk...
Aye. Pleasure doing business.
What do you...
I'm glad you found what you needed, Henry. Take care.
Fine day for some fine wares. Come and the finest wares. Quality goods. Unfortunately, we're at war.
Welcome, Goodman. If you're looking for something, you're in. Day.
What do you have for...
Like to do some...
You see? I was glad to be of help to you, good sir.
What would you like, sir? I need some... Great. I'll have a look at... Something to your liking, sir?
What do you have?
Let's talk about... Well... Aye. Thank you, sir. And come again.
Greetings, sir.
Ages till St. Wenceslas Day, and they don't collect tithes.
Light and dark flower. Oh! What are you here for?
I'll have a look at your...
you.
Thank you, and come again, sir.
Well, I did. I wouldn't leave it till the last moment, did I?
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
Fine word.
Carrot shop here! We've got enough for every...
Schönen Tag.
I'll have a...
Danke. Das war ein gutes Geschäft.
Christ, pardon me.
Greetings to you.
Greetings. Same to you.
You shouldn't be bothering us here.
God bless you.
Careful.
Praise, I apologize.
God grant you health.
Greetings to you.
Christ be praised.
God bless you.
Praised be Jesus Christ.
I don't know what you said to the Mistmaster, but he left here looking like he'd met the Grim Reaper.
By the way, like you were saying about that... By the way, like you were saying about that book,
My favourite book? Pray tell, did you find it?
as I wandered through the fortress, I stumbled upon von Bergov's chambers, and there it lay.
You really found?
I read a bit of it.
What did...
While reading it, I thought the writing style seemed... familiar.
Really?
Well, yeah. As if I knew the writer himself. Or herself.
Women writing books. Come now.
Why not? I bet they would write better than many men.
Such audacity.
More like experience. I once helped with copying. Most of it was boring drivel.
I can imagine. A person does all that work to learn to read and write, but then they sit you down at a table to copy the works of others for the rest of your life.
Waste of time, right?
Not just time, above all, talent.
Hold on. Who wrote this then?
I did. Look, you've never thought about writing something.
Me? And what would I write?
How should I know? Poetry, a novel, a treatise, or a whole book?
That's a tempting notion. Who knows? In another life, I might have become a writer.
Wouldn't you want to at least give it a try?
I suppose I'm not quite sure where you're going with this.
There are still a few blank pages left, so we could finish writing it together. You and me. What do you think?
That sounds great.
We'll have plenty of light and privacy.
My pleasure.
How should I start?
You haven't thought of anything yet?
Now, I have many ideas, but we must contribute in equal part.
Both? Well, fine. What should I do?
Just tell me what you'd like to read about. A tale of a man or a woman? I'll take careful notes of everything.
There are heaps of stories about men, so I propose one about a woman.
All right, a woman then. But I'd need to know more about her.
Such as...
Tell me one trait that is important for you. What would impress you in a girl?
I think above all that she should be clever.
And isn't that rather detrimental for a girl?
Only if she's too clever and thinks she knows everything.
So you're another man who thinks a woman's tongue is a useless organ.
Not at all. It can be used for all kinds of things.
Very well. You win. I walked into that one myself. We'd better get back to writing. But if the lady in our story is clever, Should she employ her wits for good or evil?
I'm for good intentions. If we come up with an interesting woman, it would be a shame to write her as evil.
I agree. Too bad it's only on paper. I'd like to meet Our Lady in the flesh. Well, just about finished.
Well, let's have a look.
Not yet.
What?
A picture. Especially if you'll be my...
What?
Imagine a beautiful lady.
I'd rather keep what I do to myself. But how about something like this?
Well,
Finally. I'm sore all over.
your suffering is... So what about that story of ours?
Too bad there aren't more books like this. If there were, I might end up turning into a scholar.
Really? I'll take that as the highest possible compliment. And what about the sketch? For such a slapdash job, it's not bad, right?
Oh, it's pretty, really. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
But otherwise, I think...
What? And for that matter, you're...
No beating around. Please do stop by sometime. Perhaps I can show you my collection of hunting trophies.
You said you could teach me something. What did you have in mind?
If you ask nicely, I'll share some of my hard-earned wisdom with you.
Very well then, Lady Know-It-All. Let's say then I come on bended knee. What scholarship can you pass on to me?
That depends on what you're interested in. There's a whole... Or if you prefer actions instead of words. But I warn you in advance that it will not come free. So,
I'd like to expand my horizons a little. What's the last thing you read, for instance? Anything interesting?
you'd better believe it. I only read interesting things, and I can talk about them for hours.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
Cheers. I hope you have an uneventful shift.
Oh, bloated again.
Could you teach?
Why not? But I warn you in advance that it's so.
I'd like you to show you shoot like a... well, a wild woman.
I prefer the term Amazon.
Will you teach me?
Listen close.
see you. You silly.
Fine game, some fine wares. Come and take your pick.
Glad to see you again.
You have the gall to show me your...
Hold your horses. I'll come in peace. Actually, I have a little offer for you.
You've come to blackmail me again?
Call it what you like. I need to get into the City Council Assembly. And I reckon you can help me.
The assembly? The one King Sigismund is supposed to attend in person?
Sigismund's just a usurper. Wenceslas is the only true Bohemian king.
Singing Ruthard's song, eh? I might have known. Speak then. What do you want? And tell the truth.
Oh. How...
I'm glad it all...
Not really. Bats are creatures of the night. They flit around while good Christians are asleep, often carrying out the will of witches, or even the devil himself. But a bat nailed up actually repels all evil, and protects the house against sickness.
Well now, I have to admire your knowledge. That's exactly what the chambermaid told me too. The thing that I was most interested in. You know, embroidery wasn't exactly my passion.
Aye, I know all about that. Not that I ever embroidered, but Pa never let me stray too far from home.
Parents have no understanding for the adventurous soul, do they? But back to the bats. I found out from the guards that they caught the poor creatures somewhere in the cellars. So I went to have a look there and found a whole swarm of them. I followed them for a while, and I noticed that in one corner they simply disappeared into a wall. Strange, isn't it? I was full of curiosity, and I talked Papa into having the wall demolished. I remember there was even a priest there at the time, and he wasn't at all happy about it. He was afraid we'd dig into hell. But as you probably guessed, there was nothing behind the wall but a passageway leading off into darkness.
My word, you're right. That is a really good story. And I didn't expect that ending at all. You're really sharp and hard-headed when you latch onto something. That, well, that's something I admire.
Hard-headed? Aren't you a bit impertinent? I'd rather say determined.
Why did your people mark the passage from outside?
Papa came up with that. He said one never knows what might happen, so I thought up the idea with the crosses. Why do you ask anyway? Would you rather search all over the woods for it?
No. It's really smart. And very convenient for me. Thanks again. Have you ever used the passage?
No, it's never been needed. Thank God. But everything is ready there. There's a strong door and a ladder that we can pull up behind us. That ought to give us enough time to get to the end and dig our way out.
You said you could teach...
If you ask nice...
Very well then.
That depends, or if you prefer... But I won't. So...
I'd like... What's the...
You'd better...
Could you teach...
Of course, but I won't. So...
I'd like you to show me some...
I prefer the term Amazon.
Will you teach...
I'm Always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
God be with you.
I'd like to do... Is this enough?
Hi. Und viel Glück für die Zukunft, mein Herr.
What would you like?
What do you have for...
I'd like to do... How's it?
That's... Aye. I'm glad you found what you needed, sir.
What do you need? Show me...
Thank you, sir. Thanks for the come again. Come and take your pick.
What can I do?
I'll have a...
What can you do? Maybe next time then, sir.
Come and take a... We've got it all.
I mean, I thought...
You're always welcome here.
God be with you, my friend.
Have I been muted this whole time? Fuck, dude. No wonder no one's been wanting to... Oh, dude. No wonder no one's been fucking wanting to watch. Oh, dude. No. No. Like, it's just been the game audio. Fuck. I was having a whole conversation. Oh, no. No, no, no. Not what I needed. Fuck. Alright, well, that explains why no one's been watching. I didn't realize I'd been muted this whole fucking time. Fuck me. Yeah, so I went through a bunch of things to see which one I like best, and I stuck with this for now. This makes his face look ugly. I like this a little better. And yeah, you know, I got him new pants, so his pants weren't two colors at the same times. I got Rose's book. I also helped her write a book, and then she taught me a bunch of stuff, and we smiled at each other. Nothing inappropriate though. And yeah, I also spent a bunch of money making myself look better, like 1,000 gold. And then also buying things so I'd have duplicates, in case I wanted to make multiple outfits. You know. Some of this stuff was also stolen. I did a lot of stealing. Here, let me show you what I did for Hans Capone. Hold on, let me save the game. Wait, hold up. Did I just save right now? I didn't. Let me show you my Hans Capone experience. It was so hard, dude. I totally really struggled. I think this is it. Yeah, so I gave up on stealth, and I got all of them under the staircase and murdered all of them. Except for this guy. Hold up, let me just, he's just unconscious. I need to murder him. Spank. No, I meant to stab him. Hold on. Well, how else was I supposed to loot their corpses if they weren't dead? And so yeah, so basically then when I walked up into the room and Hans said he was a little bitch, I said, no problem, bro. We can walk out the front gate. Everyone's dead. So yeah, that's what we did. So I walked up to him, much like so. I'm gonna skip this because you've seen it.
Of course I have a. I got. They know it. We'll get to the forest.
I call him an asshole.
Wait.
Well, it's just a.
You can. I'm not.
What the fuck?
It is not.
We'll manage it together. No, I say,
it's
are
not
you
chivalrous
yanking my
enough for
fucking
his
dick?
lordship, eh? Or do you think this is some kind?
Well, in my opinion.
Because he got pink?
Fuck your opinions. No. Just
like
no.
pink eye?
I mean, we'll all.
What's gonna fall? It's
Or
completely.
pink as in the drug?
I'm afraid of.
Why is he
ever since
sobbing
there
about
ha-
that, dude? It's...
What? I'll get a hold.
I'd love.
Come on.
No.
For what the hell?
What do I? I'm Momo.
Yes.
And what?
I think there's.
Très bien, but then it may not. That's
Like, I understand your eyes are swollen, so maybe that would cause him to cry? I don't know. Oh, and I gave them each a sword. I gave him the cheapest shit I could. Out of all the stuff I looted.
Thanks, Henry. Nice.
And I did this.
Merci. Good one.
If someone.
Are you sure?
Je suis d'accord. Fine.
And how the stable?
Agree.
But
And
you
then I
could.
say this, blah, 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 blah.
Grant, keep watch by the stairway. I'll go to the window.
You mean he got it from not washing his hands and then touching his fucking eyes?
Why's that?
You're younger.
or doing bowling with a girl who had pink eye. Oh yeah, and then basically I stole this. I robbed from all the chests, you know, took the gloves. Did I miss those noble gloves? No way. Hold up, because those noble gloves are a nice color, actually. But I think they're a lower quality noble gloves. Ah, yeah, lower.
I will watch the stairs if Monsieur Chapeau insists.
And then I looted everything. You know, I'm recreating everything for you for the authentic experience. Oh, and I failed to knock him out like 5 times. Because yeah. Oh yeah, and I just walked into this room and grabbed the book, and she didn't care at all. After I told her I was a noble, she's like, "Oh, okay." And I picked up the book in front of her, and she's like, "Cool." I stabbed this guy in the back already, so I never had to worry about him. And, oh, and then I made sure to loot everything. That guy's doing the stanky leg. I made sure to grab all of these, like this field crossbow, you know, down here, like all the stuff down there, the loot, all the stuff up there. There was like a $2,000 Russian chest piece up there. I had to, yeah, do all of that. I had to jump all of that. So I grabbed this then. Down. Grabbed this. Went over here. Made sure I wasn't missing anything. Went here. Grabbed just the helmet, didn't grab that because I was 26, but I regret not grabbing it because I was going to be overweight anyway. Yeah, that was a mistake not to grab. Went up here, looted this, grabbed those. Grabbed these fucking shits. Looted this. Went up here. Didn't grab any of those glaives, they're all too expensive. Ran over here. Walked into the main room, made sure I looted all of that shit. Oh, I forgot to loot if there was something over there. Looted everything over here, opened the front door.
Well, that's that.
And then, yeah.
Now we just need to wait for Capon. Lord Jesus Christ,
Opened
stand
up
by our
the
side.
gate.
Not yet. First, I have to get Sir Hans to the horses.
Oh, and yeah, and these 3 just keep running around the entire thing because I killed everyone.
Kill me!
And then, yeah, this is my experience with the castle. You see, the problem was I tried to do it stealthily, but even if I stealth killed 2 of them for no reason, they would raise the alarm. And so I got fed up with it, and I just went loud. Like, I even made sure to hide their bodies in a place no one would notice. There was no stealing alarm. Like, and then all the shenanigans. And then we ride off in the distance.
Henry. You're a great
We have
friend.
the whole speech. We meet up with
best I
Von
could wish for.
Dickhead. and
After
then-
today.
Yeah. Anyway, let me load back to where I'm at now. Which I think is this. I hope is that.
Well, never mind. I thought so.
Glad to
Thank
see you again.
God.
You have the gall to show me your face again? I'll call the guards.
Yeah, and I'll call
Hold your
police.
horses. I'll come in peace. Actually, I have a little offer for you.
You've come to blackmail me again?
Call it what you
Call
want,
it what
bitch.
you like. I need to get into the city council.
Legally, yes. Dude, Windows 11 is a piece of shit. Yeah, I say that as someone who works and has worked in technical support for a while. It's a piece of shit. Windows 11 has so many stupid security features that are a pain in your ass that you will never know about.
Assembly. And I reckon you can help me.
The assembly? The one King Sigismund is supposed to...
Huh. Surely you wouldn't deny me a chance to meet the king?
Don't try that on me. This is connected with Ruthard, isn't it? And tell the truth.
If you're going to do that, just try to move over the graphics card. Make sure your graphics card is compatible with your board and see if you can. Honestly, excuse me, out of every single reason you've given me to not use the new computer, that is the one I actually could get behind the most, because you don't like Windows 11. All your other reasons are just you're being an incompetent shithead. But that reason, I can get behind and agree with. Also, what should I say here? A or B? Sigmund's one or present to high society? I'm thinking A. But if he does that...
Well, I just want to climb the social ladder a bit.
Oh, okay.
Nothing wrong with that, is there?
And could you not choose a different occasion for that?
Have you forgotten I have you over a barrel? If you want to keep your position and your head on your shoulders, you better shape up.
All right, all right. Maybe we can make a deal. If I get you into the council, you'll behave appropriately and you won't betray yourself, or especially me. And that will be the end of our business together.
Man, if I knew I had to do this, I would have taken a fox.
How about
bush.
a few groschen to seal our fruitful relationship?
You're worse than a horse dealer. Have it your way, then.
Yeah.
You can get into the council assembly.
That's it,
relatively
65.
easily. My cook's son will be serving there. He's roughly around your age. Maybe he can be persuaded to let you stand in for him. Although, not everyone would want to give up an opportunity to serve the King of Hungary.
I'll just pay him money.
Franta's his name. Franta Cooldown. He's an idler and a boozer, but he's proved his worth as a waiter. Which reminds me, you'll need his letter of permission to serve in the council. Otherwise, you won't be let inside.
What will I need
That's
to work
kind
as
of
a waiter then?
A letter of
Fast
permission?
feet and good manners. And the livery of a royal waiter.
Excuse me?
Do you think you can serve the king in a torn shirt and muddy hose?
Well, no. But I never heard about any livery before.
Can you, like, open up your case? Excuse me. Like, have part of your panel just not on? That's what I do.
Our usual waiter had a brand
Then
new
shit.
livery made
There you go, problem
specially
solved.
for meeting the king. Don't even show up there without it.
What is a livery? Like a... Is that like a plate? Or like clothing? What is a livery? Do you know? Okay, well... Can I wear my clothes? My clothes are pretty nice. They're a couple thousand groschen, bruv.
Where can I find the cook's boy?
He's supposed to pick up his new clothes at the market today from Master Tailor Schneider. You'll almost certainly run into him there. That is, if he's up and about after his boozing bout. I swear that fellow practically lives at that Tin Hen.
At the what?
That German alehouse. The... What would you like me to give you a...
I'll be going then.
Just make sure.
Alright, you know what? I don't care if I lose his rep. Fuck him.
He's a complete fucking idiot, he is! Then you should have taken it up with him.
Back to the good old running simulator. Yeah, so he's basically a broke bitch, so he's going to the poor Peterson's tailor.
How can I help you?
Oh. Is this not the trader? Hold up. From Franta Kuldan.
Dyed broadcloth, beautiful colors, striped fabric.
Excuse me?
Come and take a look as well. Sound as a bell. Come, take a gander. We've got it all.
Pot lids. The
Apples,
mugs.
strawberry apple, yellow and red.
Greetings, sir.
Let me see.
What do you have?
I want to look at what he has for sale actually first, because I want to see if I can make myself look better. He has some pretty nice clothes on it. Oh, all this is kind of shite. Oh, all of this is kind of shitesy. Damn it. I hate when that happens. He dresses better than the clothes he sells. Okay, I'll buy one tailor's kit to make him feel okay with life.
I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir.
Yeah, I kind of like his hood. I like his hood, I think, better than I like mine. It's more golden, it looks like.
Needles! Thread!
Anyway.
I hear one Franta Cooldown is supposed to come and pick up new clothes from you.
You're too late. Franta already came and picked up the goods. You just missed him.
Leather pouches, belts.
There's quality goods. The finest wear.
Pots here.
I wonder if I'm just gonna have to gamble with him or give him a bunch of alcohol to drink. Oh, he's downstairs. Lockpick. What? Why is he just in there by himself in a locked fucking room?
Henry, good to see you.
What do you have?
Du wirst sicher zufrieden sein, mein Freund.
Is it too early in the day or some shit? What time is it? No, it should be dicing time soon. Shit, I have to go play dice with that guy over there. For blacksmith's honor and shit.
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
Yeah, honor.
Come and take your pick.
Can I give him some?
Wares.
Aww. He didn't even stop the bag. I couldn't even give him shit.
I heard they call each other by animal names. You know, like shrew, rat, pig.
Oh, she's
What
talking
do you
about the
need?
people down.
Show me your.
No. Just buy one of those. What is Crimson Desert?
I'm glad you found what you needed, sir.
I've never heard of that, bro.
You said you need.
Something's happened. Oh, a real mess.
I forgot there was a quest to get from Catherine.
And I need help from someone reliable.
What is it?
When
Yeah,
I
I
was
don't pay
fishing
attention to
around
the
for
news at all,
information about Liechtenstein, I cast the net a bit too wide. And one of the servant girls I've questioned was just found dead.
What?
You think she was killed because of you?
I don't know. If I did, I wouldn't be asking you for help.
Damn, poor servant girl.
I'll help you.
Also,
Tell
what
me
is
all
this
about
fucking
it.
drunk
Who
dickhead
was
doing
this
standing
dead
right
girl?
here in my frame?
Her name was Alice. She was an ordinary, pretty girl. She worked as a maid. I heard they found her all hacked up, tossed somewhere by the town wall. Oh, folk in town are saying it was absolute slaughter.
That sounds
They took
way
the
too
body
personal,
to the
dude.
morgue by the St. Peter and St. Paul cemetery.
I'll go take a look at her. See if I can find anything.
I think that would be for the best. Though, I don't think it'll be a very pretty sight. You can ask the gravedigger for details. He'll know the most.
When did you last see the girl?
Around a week ago?
I'll look at
And
the
did you notice anything suspicious about her?
I'll look at
Not
the
at all.
gameplay trailer for it
She was
before I
always cheerful,
before I get off today.
lively.
Remind me, okay?
She was looking forward to a dance. Though I'm afraid she won't be dancing ever again.
Should I not do it? Is it timed? I don't want to do a timed quest. I'm just picking it up. Dude, I'm not doing the whole quest right now. A lot of the time I just start quests and keep them in the background. Unless I know they're timed. Is this timed?
Apparently my greatest sin is that
Hold
I
up.
have such nice breasts, and my second greatest, that I don't want to show them to him.
This pizza's good.
And he tried to persuade
Oh, that's too far back.
What was Alice trying to find out for you?
I hope it's not timed.
She always brought me the freshest gossip overheard from her master. And lately, what the other maids in town were saying.
And did you learn anything important from her? Something someone...
That's the thing. All she brought me was gossip. Who was cheating on who wasn't going to confession, those sorts of things. So you'll have to figure out the rest.
Dude, this
for
almost
yourself.
sounds like a lover spat. I highly
What
doubt
about
this
your
is
other
like
girls?
targeted.
Are they alright?
Yes, fortunately. I'm careful enough to keep them pretty much in the dark about my plans. That's why Alice's death shocked me so much.
No vid today. Well, no vid this right now. I'll get a vid when I wake up again in like 8 hours. I'm gonna probably call it in about half an hour. Actually, you know what? Tell you what. If you get a 15-minute vid, I'll watch a 15-minute one. Send it in the group Discord, please. I'm gonna make a. You know what I'm gonna do in the future? And you know what? Here, I'm gonna do this now. Wait 1 second. I'm gonna make a text channel. There's already game recommendations. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and just make video recs. And just go ahead post any video recommendations you have in there from now on, and I can just choose from them at any time. Videos you think will be good and shit. That way it gives me a bit of selection, and it gives you the... No, I don't have time for that. I'm too tired. My goal is to go to bed at like 2:30 today, no later. And a 15-minute vid takes 30 minutes to get through because how much I fucking pause. Excuse me, 22? I could do 22 minutes.
What are you gonna do
Hold
next?
on, let me finish this
I'd like to
generic
ask the others if
dialogue
they
with this
noticed
drunk
anything
guy
suspicious.
totally not
If
listening to
someone
our
is following them
conversation.
and the like, but
But you don't want to scare.
I'm scared myself. For them. Maybe nobody knows about them yet. And I can't risk that. I don't want anyone else to die because of me.
Fair enough.
What if I?
They don't know. I'll figure something out.
Do you think there could be something bigger behind the murder?
I don't know. Maybe she just got caught up in something. But it's strange. Why would someone do her like that? That's the kind of thing you do when you want to send someone a message.
A real deep message.
Why did you ask me?
Because you're the only one I know here.
Aha.
But
Fair
don't
enough.
take it the wrong way. Not even Zhishka would be of much help to me here.
Aha. Thanks. I know everything.
Good. In the meantime...
This drunk guy's just been standing there that whole time. You telling me he wasn't just listening to that conversation, bro? Oh, let me buy some, Ooh,
I need
I could
to-
buy
We'd
room
be
and board
on
here.
for how long?
I'd like to.
Very.
Let's talk about.
Let's do
What would you
100.
s-
That's more. Agreed,
105?
but I'm
Okay.
sure.
I'll have a look.
Let me buy some saves.
I'd like to do some.
Fine. Thank you, and come again, sir.
Also, yeah, so just go ahead, post a bunch of the ones in the future that you think you'll like. That way I can just pick and choose from them. Hold up, let me... I thought there was a dicer I'm supposed to do here.
Innkeeper, a beer.
How about it?
Sure, Master, I'm always up.
What's it about?
You travel a lot, right? I heard from a merchant that some bloke from Billany owns a rare badge.
Who's Billany?
Not that it has any special advantages, no. It's just a badge for the game. But still, it's special.
And you'd want
And
it.
you'd want it?
Well, of course I'd want it. Only, but you could.
Consider it.
Excellent. The bloke's called Chernik. I'll keep my fingers crossed.
If this badge is that good, I almost am going to want to keep it for myself, probably. Alright, let's go watch the video now. "100-Year War, number 2. Interesting. Hold up 1 second. Oh, wait, hold up. You weren't supposed to be seeing all of that. I was supposed to just leave it on the... What's it called for now? Oh, well. You already saw me type all of that in slowly and embarrassingly. Whatever.
In our last video on the 100 Years' War, we covered the 1346 battle at Crécy, during which the outnumbered army of Edward III of England had destroyed the magnificent French force of Philippe VI, widely seen as the best military force on the continent. In the wake of this great campaign, the English king will pass the baton of command to his prodigious son, Edward the Black Prince. A chivalrous and brilliant yet brutal military commander, the Black Prince would meet the French at the second great battle of the 100 Years' War, the Battle of Poitiers in 1356.
That's where the dad and the prince, he was like watching the prince. He's like, "Hey, don't worry, my son's got this. Don't worry." And they sat on top of a hill, basically pelting the French with arrows, right? Yeah, the French were so fucking stupid. Hey, let's run up this fortified hill with potholes right into all this free archery fire, guys. It's not going to be bad. I promise. I promise. Also, let me skip this ad.
All the uncouth races were now considered by Petrarch as the most revered warriors of Europe. Nevertheless, such glory didn't pay Edward's bills, and the war's massive cost convinced the king to withdraw from the continent and return to England after the Truce of Calais was agreed on September 27, 1347. Returning as a victorious conqueror, he celebrated the Crécy campaign with a tournament including all of the monarch's notable prisoners, displayed to all Edward's subjects as a mark of prestige. Over the Channel in France, the mood of Philippe VI and his subjects was entirely different. In December, the Valois king was castigated by his Estates General in Paris for his humiliating defeat and wasn't allowed to raise taxes. However, the shock defeat and prospect of capitulation to the English forced France's proud aristocracy into agreement. Together, they would fund a great invasion of England to end the war for good. Orders were immediately issued and preparations began. By the start of 1348, a new fleet was under construction, and local officials had begun assessing towns and villages for the coming levy. It seemed as though full-scale war was about to resume. However, an apocalyptic twist of fate was about to ensure that this would never happen.
What?
The Black Death.
Oh my god, the Black Plague came now?
The deadly Yersinia pestis, which previously decimated the Byzantine Empire from the 6th to 8th centuries, originated in Central Asia and in the early 14th century proliferated east and west on the medieval Silk Road until it reached the Golden Horde. Its Khan, Janibeg, besieged the Black Sea city of Kaffa in 1346, but the plague began annihilating his army and he ordered that diseased corpses be catapulted into the city. By the time besieged Italian citizens began fleeing west by sea to Europe, most of them were infected or dying.
Wait, what?
First appearing in Italy near the end of 1347,
what?
The nightmarish Black Death entered France through its thriving Mediterranean ports.
I had no clue this is how the Black Plague originally came to Europe.
Khan, Janibeg, besieged the Black Sea city of Kaffa in 1346, but the plague began annihilating his army.
Where'd the plague come from when he was annihilating the city? Just, I guess, the rats and the... Shit. Wow. And then he starts sending diseased corpses and everything just continues to die. Holy shit, dude. This single guy is inadvertently responsible for 100 million deaths or something? Jesus, dude.
And the tax base collapsed. Overall, it is estimated that a third to half of Europe might have been killed by this first wave of the plague. Many on the continent believed that the world itself was ending.
Yeah, I don't blame him for thinking that. Like, holy shit, dude.
By 1350, the resulting shortage of men and money from the first plague wave stalled the war for the foreseeable future, as both realms tried to recover from the disaster. In late August of that year, King Philippe VI died, leaving the devastated, plague-ridden kingdom to his son, the Duke of Normandy, who took the throne as Jean II. If that wasn't bad enough, a fleet of French-allied Castilian mercenaries, which had been threatening Edward's trade with Flanders and link with Gascony, was beaten by the English at Winchelsea. With the exhaustion of both England and France, back-and-forth diplomacy was the order of the day, while at the same time Edward's countrymen continued to intervene in the ongoing small-scale action of the Breton Succession War. In 1353, the English king announced that he was willing to abandon his claim to the French throne in return for all of Aquitaine, as his ancestors had ruled it, Normandy, and suzerainty over Flanders. Jean II accepted the terms at first, but reneged soon after, possibly having been playing for time. The war finally flared up again when England began correspondence with the maverick king of Navarre, Charles II the Bad, who, as a snubbed grandson
Charles II the Bad.
of Louis X, had an even greater claim to the French throne than Edward.
Wait, what? Oh, that's weird.
Emboldened by his new English ally, Charles felt confident enough to act against a hated enemy, the Franco-Castilian Constable of France, Don Carlos de la Cerda. King John II had given him the great county of Angoulême as a fief, lands which Charles considered his personal property. Hungry for vengeance, Charles had the constable lured into one of his own estates in Normandy, where the unfortunate victim was hacked to death.
Oh, that's fucked,
The Navarrese
bro.
king then proudly proclaimed, "Know that it was I who, with God's help, killed Carlos of Spain."
Dude, it's more like you with betrayal and dickery killed Carlos. Yeah, that's not gonna go well. Everyone's gonna be pissed at this guy, I bet.
John II was furious that his favourite had been slain, but that was overruled by his fear of encirclement by Edward III and a disgruntled ruler of Navarre with a good claim to the throne of France.
That sucks for a
Aiming
dog.
to resolve the dispute, the French and Navarrese kings made a tentative peace in 1355, but it was clear that Charles wasn't satisfied. Seeking to take advantage, Edward III decided to resume military operations now that the worst effects of the plague had receded. Also at the start of the same year, prominent members of the Gascon nobility sailed north to attend the birth of their king's son, Thomas. They had brought bad news and asked for assistance.
Is this still part of England today, or is this part of France now as well? Do you know? Because I thought it was part of France today. You know, I don't look at maps very often. I know Asia a lot better than I do Europe, but that's also because I lived in Asia. I could name most of the capitals and point out a blank map of Asia, but not Europe. I'm horrible at Europe. Sorry, bro. I'm not ashamed to admit it, dude. Okay, I was pretty sure that on the modern day map that this and this were France. Actually, I thought also there was Spain that was a little bit bigger maybe into here. Maybe I'm wrong.
Ever since 1352, Edward's hereditary lands in Gascony had been under continuous attack by the French king's lieutenant in the southwest, Count of Armagnac, Jean I. The incursions had made such progress that by May of 1354, Armagnac forces were encamped only a few days' march from the region's capital, Bordeaux.
Oh, he's actually
the understrength
doing well.
Gascons needed help, So the English king ordered his son, Edward of Woodstock, to raise an army and sail to southern France. The Black Prince and his 2,700 professional English troops arrived in Bordeaux in September 1355 and absorbed a further 4,000 Gascon reinforcements there. At about the same time, the French king ordered a general mobilization of forces. It wasn't in time to save the south of his kingdom. Around October 5th, the Black Prince's army departed Bordeaux on what would become known as one of the greatest chevauchées ever launched.
What is a chevauchée? Alright, well,
Marching in 3 parallel columns to maximize destruction, the raiding force went 100 miles south before swinging east, crossing the River Gers and entering Armagnac territory. There, Edward's army began mercilessly slaughtering every living creature it came across, torching everything that would burn and smashing everything that wouldn't, to ensure that this land would not assist the French war effort for years to come. His foe, the outnumbered Count of Armagnac, remained in fortified Toulouse as his enemy passed by, watching as they forded 2 nearby rivers and arrived at Carcassonne on November 2nd. That city attempted to bribe the Black Prince with 250,000 gold coins, but he responded by ravaging its suburbs before moving on, reaching Narbonne on the Mediterranean coast, piping its 150,000.
The city literally tried to pay a fuck ton of money to say, hey, please don't fuck us up. We're just a little guy. And he said, fuck you, little dude. Smack their ass anyway.
Gold coins, but he responded by ravaging its suburbs before moving on, reaching Narbonne on the Mediterranean coast by the 8th. After desolating its entire outer city and agricultural hinterland, the Prince of Wales's army withdrew back towards Gascony, shadowed by but not challenged by 2 smaller French armies. Whilst only suffering minor casualties, this great raid had destroyed over 500 settlements, drastically reduced Jean II's tax revenue, and doomed his military reputation.
Oh yeah, John's so fucked at this point, dude.
With his soldiers billeted along Gascony's northern marches, the Black Prince occupied the winter with administrative and governmental matters in the duchy, dealing with friendly feudals and internal disputes within the Gascon lands. While he was doing this, both sides embarked on small-scale military expeditions, taking and retaking castles. The French are said to have retaken 30 fortifications during this time. The level of success that the first chevauchée enjoyed, and fresh reinforcements from England and from new allies in North Gascony, made it clear that a second assault into the French lands would be undertaken. The prince departed northeast from Bergerac with his army on August 4th, 1356, arriving first at Périgueux and then Ramefort, Brantôme, Gise, Nontron, Rochechouart and Le Terre, all within 10 days of setting off.
And he's burning all
despite
of them too.
Once again leaving a swathe of destruction in its wake. When the Black Prince's army...
Why is the Black Prince such a fucking dickhead, dude? Listen, I get it. It's war. But at this point, you're just being a fucking asshole.
Reached Bellec on August 16th. It was ordered to do no damage at all, as it belonged...
Like, I see why the English and the French don't get along, dude.
...to a noble related to the English royal family. After leaving Bellec, the English started to encounter more French resistance, as the population began to fight back. Nevertheless, on the 24th, Edward reached Issoudun, but failed to take the fortified city, moving on after razing its suburbs. 4 days later, as the army was nearing Vierzon, a flying column of 200 raiders skirmished with a French reconnaissance party and took a few prisoners.
Oh shit.
From them, they learned that to the north, Jean II was rallying a massive army and was about to march against the Black Prince.
John needed that surprise, dude.
To see why Jean had been delayed so much, we'll have to turn back the clock a bit to early 1356, where events in the north of France were considerably impacting the situation. Since his tenuous peace with the French king, Charles the Bad had managed to pry even more concessions from the monarch by intentionally spreading rumours that he was going to flee to Edward III, thereby
oh my god, dude. Charles the Bad is such a fucking asshole, dude. Look at his little history portrait. It's no wonder he looks like a little fucking weasel of a human being.
Increasing Jean's desperation to keep him in line. However, this time, the Navarrese king pushed his luck too far, as his amiability with the French Dauphin, Charles, made King Jean paranoid that they were plotting to overthrow him. So, in April 1356, the French king stormed into Rouen with his men, beheaded 4 supposed conspirators, and imprisoned Charles. This led to an alliance between the latter's brother Philippe and the King of England, which in turn gave Jean the excuse he needed to confiscate Navarrese's holdings in northern France. On July 12th, he began trying to take them by besieging the town of Breteuil, a move which locked the king in place, with greater threats materializing to the north and south, as the Black Prince was preparing another destructive chevauchée, while Normandy itself was invaded by Henry, Duke of Lancaster. This was designed to split French attention more than anything else, and after resupplying a few of Philip's besieged castles,
everyone in this fucking goddamn continent is named Henry and John. This game's named John with J-E-A-N, but it's pronounced the same as John because he's French. This is John. And there's like Edward the Third and Edward the Black Prince, and then there's like 50 other fucking people with the same name, dude. We got like, there was like 4 Roberts, like a couple Rogers. Oh, dude, this shit's hard to. Can we get some different names up in here? I haven't seen a single like Adam. You know? No Adam the Great. We got Otto. No Adam. Don't even think about it. I'm looking at you, Silverado. Put your head down. It's nap time.
Lancaster went to Ponthièvre in order to continue his distraction tactics.
Dude, Alfred
to
is
his
the goat
credit,
across all timelines. Alright? He's basically Batman's fucking dad.
At this critical juncture, King Jean II
He's better than Batman's dad. He kicks Batman's ass.
Acted decisively. After a month of his pointless siege of Breteuil, he realized that events in the south desperately required his immediate attention, and concluded the siege by paying the Navarrese to surrender.
Actually,
with that done, the Valois king marched to Chartres and called his nobles to service. The Prince of Wales learned of this during the 3 days his army remained in plundered Vierzon, and realized he was about to be chased. Knowing that he had to get back to friendly territory as soon as possible, Edward immediately started withdrawing west along the Cher River, but was delayed for 5 days in a siege at Romorantin, and a further 4 days waiting for the Duke of Lancaster's unsuccessful attempt to link up with him. All of this gave Jean's army the time it needed to catch up with the Black Prince's plunder-laden forces, and by the time the latter reached La Haye, his army was only a day's march behind. Rather than coming up behind the English, Jean, using his better knowledge of the area, decided to remain east of the Vienne River and then cross at Chauvigny with a cavalry-heavy portion of his army. When the prince learned he'd been overtaken on the 16th, he tried to march off-road to evade Jean, but an encounter the next day between outriders at La Chaboterie made it clear there was no real chance of flight. The battle was inevitable. Edward's army camped for the night in a nearby forest. They emerged the next day and seized a hilltop position about a mile in
Fuck, they got the hilltop. Okay, well, the French lose.
Front of the French, who had spent the night camped in battle formation. Compared to the great medieval hosts which had done battle at Crécy a decade earlier.
So here's the problem with the French right now. They gotta go up a hill. If these guys, they probably don't have time to build fortifications because they said they took a nap in the forest, right? If they could, these guys would be running up a hill. Then they have to deal with fortifications. Right now they have the advantage for shooting. If they flee, they have the woods right there. They're in very good shape.
Compared to the great medieval hosts which had done battle at Crécy a decade earlier, the armies facing off near Poitiers in late September 1356 were small, perhaps due to the effects of the plague and war exhaustion. Edward of Woodstock's previously retreating Chevauché army was made up of just over 6,000 troops. The effects in late September 1350 decade earlier were small. Woodstock's previous 1,000 mainly spear-armed Gascon infantry, 3,000 English men-at-arms, including mounted knights and their squires, and just over 2,000 Anglo-Welsh longbowmen wielding their infamous ranged weapons.
Not a lot at all.
These troops were divided into 3 mixed divisions of 1,500 soldiers each on the left, right and in the centre, while about 1,000 remained in a rearguard reserve. Opposite him, the French king's magnificent army had 3,000 infantry and 8,000 mounted knights, but the majority were ordered to dismount due to Jean's fear of a second Crécy taking place. Only an elite contingent of several fear of a second Crécy, but the majority were ordered to dismount.
Okay, the issue wasn't the fact that you guys had cavalry. The issue was that you attempted to run up a fucking hill and just get pelted by arrows for an hour and a half.
Due to Jean's fear of a second Crécy taking place, only an elite contingent of several hundred remained on their steeds. The French cavalry and crossbowmen were on the right, commanded by Marshal Arnoul d'Audriem, while manning the left were some Franco-German cavalry and more missile units under Marshal Jean de Clermont. The majority of dismounted knights and peasant infantry were arrayed in 3 central lines of battle, one in front of the other. They were led, from front to back, by Charles Dauphin of France, Philippe, Duke of Orleans, and King John II himself, respectively.
Yeah, 6 through 11, so it's 1 to 2
as
ratio.
the Thyssen, and was met
But this side decided to basically give up 90% of their cavalry, which is fucking stupid.
French cardinal rode to the Black Prince, begging him to listen, and was met with the frosty response, "Say it quickly then, this is no time for a sermon." The prelate argued for a peace for the sake of all the Christian lives which would be wasted should the battle break out. Despite his hostility, the prince was still anxious about fighting a pitched battle, and was willing to make significant concessions. Unfortunately, Jean II demanded unconditional surrender, and so battle became the only way out. As the French commanders Audriem and Clermont surveyed the English position, they saw an unusual amount of movement and believed the enemy to be retreating. It was in fact probably an intentional ruse. Not willing to let the enemy get away, Audriem charged with his cavalry towards Warwick's left, while Clermont reluctantly took the same action, heading towards Salisbury's right. The former's well-armoured knights and horses initially resisted English arrow fire and crashed into the English infantry, inflicting significant damage on the first line. However, when longbowmen advanced up the riverbank anchoring their left wing and began to loose volley after volley into Audriem's flank, the attack turned into a massacre.
All I'm going to say is, if you sent another 2,000 cavalry to help these guys and go, wha-boom, your problem would be solved. In fact, and then, you know, if you're worried about these guys coming, you know what you could do? You could send more cavalry over here. And then, wait, more cavalry! This is like such a fucking disappointment.
French knights were either felled by arrows, crushed by their own steeds, or routed, while the marshal himself was made a prisoner. On the other side of the field, Clermont's horsemen charged up the ridge towards Salisbury's division, but were funneled into a narrow open section in the hedge protecting the English line. There, the bunched-up cavalry suffered terrible losses before breaking through, and when they did, they were engaged by Salisbury's dismounted knights. After a fierce clash, the French were thrown back.
Yeah, I'm not
The
surprised
French
this is
infantry
happening.
vanguard under the Dauphin followed behind in good order along the entire front. However, they too were forced to funnel themselves through the hedges' gaps, and many were killed by devastating arrow fire whilst doing so.
Yeah, I called this
Those
would happen.
who broke through met the Anglo-Gascon men-at-arms in vicious hand-to-hand fighting, which lasted 2 hours, but they were finally pushed back with heavy losses and nothing to show for it.
Seriously, why?
As the
why are
Dauphin's
they...
forces had
What is with the oh hey we're only gonna send a couple people at a time mentality with these fucking
been
French?
defeated, King Jean II ordered that his son be escorted from the field in case of a disaster, but it turned out to be a disastrous move.
Yeah, 'cause
The
now your men
Dauphin's
don't wanna fight.
withdrawal convinced the Duke of Orleans, who led the second line of infantry, to leave the battlefield with the troops in that formation as well. Advancing with a battle axe in hand, Jean II led the largest and
dude, you're
final
gonna get
division,
fucked here.
crossbowmen in front and infantry.
Now all of a sudden you're taking on the same a force that's bigger than you, and you're going up a hill. You should have been using these crossbowmen hours ago.
Behind, up the ridge towards the English. With the Black Prince's archers running out of arrows, the French king's contingent closed with the English almost unscathed, with his most elite knights and the fresh 3rd Division outnumbering the nevertheless stubborn and high morale army of the prince.
You know, imagine now if this
When
was
the
a
archers
cavalry
ran out
charge.
of arrows, they left their
Because they
positions
didn't
and took
dismount.
up swords, knives and axes, joining their comrades in the melee. At the combat's fiercest moment, the Captal de Buch gathered 200 reserve cavalry and led them in a wide swinging arc around to the French rear. He raised the flag of St. George and then charged at Jean's rear ranks.
If these guys had cavalry, they could have swung around and hit them in the
Seeing
side,
this,
but they didn't.
the Black Prince withdrew some of his dismounted knights from the line, mounted them, and had an impetuous knight
also that
called
second
Sir
line of
James
infantry
Audley
didn't retreat.
lead them to crash into the other French flank.
Damn. And now they're just surrounding and
The
killing.
remnant of Jean's army scattered in every direction, a significant portion of them towards a marsh called the Champ d'Alexandre, where the English longbowmen slew many of them. In the chaos, the King of France was surrounded by enemy soldiers who demanded his surrender. He refused to give himself up to common soldiers, but then the Earl of Warwick rode through and formally took Jean prisoner. All in all, while the English suffered minimal losses, probably around 100 or two, the French had lost at least 2,500
so
dead,
fucking
including
incompetent
Clermont
in
and many
war.
other nobles.
I literally called this would happen. I literally said this would happen the same as Charlemagne. They would sit on top of the hill and fucking rain it with arrows, and it was even more embarrassing because instead of the French actually utilizing their numbers or their 8,000 cavalry, they turned their 8,000 cavalry into 7,000 infantrymen who slowly walked up a hill and got shot with arrows. What they should have done is, hey, maybe do a third of it as infantry, have them go up the front, right? And then have your another 5,000 cavalry smash them from the side while your crossbowmen, which they had 2 contingents of, or actually no, 4 contingents of, rain arrows while your infantrymen go forward. But instead they sent them wave by wave to just get fucked. That was
Around
so embarrassing.
3,000 were also taken prisoner, including the French king himself, who was led to the Black Prince with full medieval honor. France suffered another disaster, and now its king
It does
was
feel good to
hostage.
be right, but,
However,
like,
the
that's
100
just
Years'
so
War
fucking
was
embarrassing.
just beginning, so make sure you're subscribed and have pressed the bell button.
Let's get back to some KDC 2 for a bit. And then I'm going to be going to bed in like 7:13. Yeah, in a little bit. In a little bit. Yeah, honestly, the fucking entirely expected that the French would take that fucking L. Honestly, it was just disappointing. Hey, but it was a pretty solid video. would you have done if you're the French? I mean, you already heard what I would have done. Put some as infantrymen, send them up the middle, so the cavalry on the far right and left, and a wide thing with an attempt to then go around, and then have the crossbowmen advance up the front behind the... Yeah, no, like, that was the stupidest shit I ever heard. Guys, we're afraid of going up a hill and getting shot to death, so instead, we're gonna get off our horses so we go up that hill slower. What kind of fucking dumbass logic is that? Like, am I crazy? That was literally how their logic tracked. Oh, I already got the quest. I already got the thing. Okay, and then I need to... I need to go talk to this dickhead, but he might not be here yet. No, he was. He was just hiding. Do I have any... Oh yeah, I can sell stolen goods, I think. Hold up, let me make sure.
It happens.
Are those better than mine? $119, but man, they're better looking. They're black. I'll need to not sell that actually. Oh, they're not black, they're just deep gray, which actually is a better look, I think. It's too shiny like this. Oh no. I guess it's not a big enough deal. I mean, Henry's face kind of always looks like ass. Unless you take off a hat. It's the hats that make him ugly. Ooh. Majestic. But you put the hat on and he looks like a fucking twat. Um, 99. Ooh, 99. Is that better than mine? Oh no, I'm 104. Okay. Yeah, I can sell all these.
Which way you're going next time?
What's a store that still has money near me? This weaponsmith might... Do I have weapons though? No, mostly I have armor. I have field crossbow, hazel, reinforced. I think he might be broke here. I think I already made him spend all his
Good
money.
day to you. Greetings to you.
Show me your...
Oh, he's broke. I'll just sell this and leave.
Thank you. And come again, Henry.
That's weird. Also, I told you, did you update your driver? No, you probably already did update your drivers. I don't know. Is anything else blurry? 'Cause he looks fine. He looks beautiful to me. And you have all your settings max. Like overall image quality is ultra. Your resolution is correct. Your horizontal FOV is fine. Your mode, all this stuff. That's weird. Hey, listen, mate. If you stream, maybe you could stream like at a time I'm awake, and I could take a look at your shit. I don't know. Hold on. I need to go sell shit. Do you also know do you know a place that? Okay, all the armorers only seem to have like 1,700. Is there someone here who actually has some fucking money I can sell shit to? Who isn't a broke ass bitch all the time? Maybe this guy who's right up on Main Street. But like, dude. Who the fuck am I supposed to sell shit to? This is kind of fucking annoying. Not kind of, really. Okay, let's try selling to him. At least while I'm running by.
Schön dich zu sehen.
Have you heard of the
I'll
Ragman?
ask him about Ragman.
Ja, das
too.
habe ich. He trades old rags for food among the poor. Ein spezieller Wohltäter.
And you've no idea who's behind the nick?
Ich weiß nicht. And that man does not bother anyone. What he does may be strange, but it is certainly not dangerous.
It's very nice of him. Yeah, no, I don't know why you would want to question his intentions. Hold on, I'm getting water. Good old water.
All right, but
That is actually pretty clever of him. But bread, onions, and turnips, that fills their families' bellies. That actually helps them.
what do you think? Why does he do it?
He is clearly a wealthy man, but maybe he committed a sin, and this is his way of redeeming himself before God. Or perhaps he is trying to redeem the souls of his sinful ancestors, and for some reason has not entrusted it to a priest.
So you don't find that suspicious?
Nein, warum sollte es? I mean, of course, it's eccentric, but with his own money, anyone's free to do as they like, oder? So long as the ragman does not step.
Nope, that's fair.
What do you...
Do I get a better price if I'm wearing better clothes? I don't think so, do I? So if I do this. Oh, I guess when I haggle, you mean I can get a better price. Okay, so I would want to stay like... Hold on, let me exit then.
Well, what can you do?
Okay, so yeah,
Farewell,
oh, I
Henry.
stay equipped like that when I leave. That, okay, that's neat.
I'll have a look at...
Oh, hold up, actually, I need that. Does he have anything I would want? I probably am gonna eventually need that. And then let's haggle away the rest of his money.
I'd like to just...
Ei, danke
Thanks for all
und
your
viel
money.
Glück für die Zukunft, mein Freund.
Still have some things I need to sell, but he didn't have enough money for. Dude, I hate having to stop at like fucking 8 shops to sell my shit, because all of them are fucking cash poor. But oh hey, yeah, we sell something that's like 10,000 gold, we expect you to have the 10,000 gold on you. Because, yeah. Oh shit, these are nice.
Guten Tag, mein Freund.
Oh, that's really
You're lucky.
nice.
I was just about to close up.
Oh, dude, I totally want to steal this shit. But I shouldn't.
Glad to see you.
We are guild brothers. It would
What
be
do you have for
wrong.
sale?
I already robbed a bunch of them before I knew we were supposed to be cool. God, seriously. Like, look at this shit. Oh, these have different looks. Kind of like the gold trim better. Makes your head look bigger. On the other hand, this almost looks like you look like you're in the KKK. But see, look at that. They expect me to have fucking 7,500 gold on my ass. Oh, I see someone else has decided to play. That's funny. It is funny. Melanie's oh god, dude. Seriously, I have to have 8,000 gold on my ass, just ready. And like, I can only sell things like 1,500 gold at a time. Oh, dude, I wonder how many hours I'm pushing. Let's see. Let me see, so that I can be 120. Oh, that's not bad. 120 is not bad. I thought it would be worse. I'm so bummed we can't make armor.
I'd like to do something.
What?
What would you say to this?
We're near. Sehr gut. I can agree. Du wirst sicher zufrieden sein, mein Freund.
Greetings, you friend.
Horseshoe. Gravedigger body. Main quests. Yeah, no, dude, 100%. I am really enjoying the smithing DLC, dude. I'm having a fucking blast. I would love to do armor next as well. Like, and I know it's not like a crazy mini game, but it's just a fun one, you know?
God be with you.
God be with you.
And then also, I would
How's the
love to
watch
make my
going?
own fucking armor. That would feel so cool, dude.
For some fine wares.
Like,
Come and take your pick.
I would love it. I would really, really. I think they would already do it without us begging. But you know. Oh, I forgot to use my main levels. Let's see. Game hours. How often do I kill people? I don't know. I kill a lot of people. But the problem is with Warmonger, it's only after the end of the fight. I would want the buff during it, right? So I feel like Warmonger is pretty shit. Am I wrong? What the fuck, dude? Why is he so pixelated? How long has my audio not been working? I am so sorry. For whatever reason, I didn't notice my headset got unplugged. Shit. I even responded to the guy, Dime Murda, and I'm like, oh, okay, he's gone. Now I asked him a whole question and shit. I've been asking you questions. I've been wondering why no one's been responding to me. That's really embarrassing shit. Oh, man. Now I feel like a dickhead. Fuck me. Yeah, I know your Henry looks buns and a half. Dude, how long was my thing muted? Oh, fuck, I didn't even realize. Oh, I feel like a goddamn asshole. Yeah, no, your Henry really does look buns. It's kind of sad. Like, I don't know why it's so pixelated. But I need you to tell me, what should I do, pacifist or warmonger? I think pacifist is better. Oh my gosh. It's because it's...